Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I've been inspired to come forward to share some information with you. I am sort of blissed out and overflowing, and that I want to share some information with people. So this is a new year, and wishing you a happy 2022. And what I want to share with you is some information or revelations that have been kind of inspired within me, and offering it to you to experiment with and give it a try. It's something that I've been doing, practicing, not something that's just arbitrary knowledge. So, in short, the information is Arul. The word Arul, or Arul Jyoti, or Aruperum Jyoti, and that this is a very important year when these sounds are very prominent. It's a very important time. And these mantra has been one of my, probably my favorite mantras since I started using mantras. And for some reason, I fell away from it, and for a long time, for many years. And now it has come back very more strong than ever before. And as I've been working with the sounds, they have been, revealing themselves a little bit to me. I've certainly been experiencing incredible things with using the sounds, and I want to invite you to try them for yourself. And before you do that, you want to go and look in the description of this video and find a playlist where you can listen to Dr. Ply say these sounds, so that way you can use them too. And now I want to talk a little bit about the sounds and what they can do for you and why you may want to use them. So, Dr. Ply has revealed a lot of information about the sounds Arul. Sort of the history behind them is back in the 1700s, I believe. The Saint Tamil Siddha Master Swami Ramalingam, who is even documented by the British for turning his body into light, was revealed these sounds according to his writings by Lord Shiva, or the god of light, directly from that being, and he was ordered to give these sounds to humanity. And that mantra, or the chant, was Aruperum Jyoti, Aruperum Jyoti, Tani Perum Karune, Aruperum Jyoti. And the core of this mantra is Arul. It's pronounced Arut in the chant for grammatical reasons, but the mantra is Arul when using by itself. And what that mantra is saying is that Arul is a vast, infinite light, and that is only acquired through the mercy of God. And when you're chanting this mantra, you're getting this Arul into your body, mind, and soul. And what is Arul? Arul is the intelligence of God. It is a supreme intelligence that all the information... So we're looking at omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. Now, omniscience means all-knowingness. Now, what does that mean? Knowledge is typically when you learn, say, a fire truck is red, or an apple tastes sweet. Like this, you have pieces of information that you accumulate, where omniscience is a state of all-knowingness, meaning the complete knowledge, where all the knowledge comes out of, if you can imagine this. Now, looking at it from the realm of quantum physics, and I've explained this in the past before, you have what is a string theory, where you have these string sounds, which is the same thing they say in the wisdom traditions, that becomes the material world. But if you go to the bottom of this, you have this quantum ground state, where everything becomes unified. And this is the source of the sounds, which is the source of all information. So this Arul sounds can give you that omniscience and also the omnipotence, because these sounds, or this level of consciousness, which is considered the highest, stands behind all others, behind all the principles, which is the gods and goddesses, behind all the masters, the enlightened beings. All the complete knowledge, the complete power is contained in the sounds Arul. Now, how does this translate into a practical level? And there's more to Arul, which I'll talk about a little bit as well, very briefly. Practically speaking, if you look at people in this world who have become successful, they are vibrating with a high amount of intelligence, a certain intelligence to make money, or intelligence to speak well, an intelligence to whatever it may be. And you have intelligence at the level of the body, which is physical health. And at the highest level, the body becomes so intelligent that it goes from the gross form of matter, and eventually it goes into energy or light. But on the path of this, it is increased levels of health, increased feelings of pleasure and joy of the body, of the mind, and of the soul. So this Arul, as God's intelligence, is an intelligence that is a bliss, it is an ecstasy, that is something that doesn't require any external stimulation to feel incredibly good. There are so many things to this mantra that Dr. Ply has talked about publicly and also privately with students, and I can assure you that this mantra is, he calls it as the Maha Mantra, or in this case, the greatest mantra. It is a supreme mantra, and if you just use these sounds, you can get everything you want. The power to think and manifest, the power to do whatever you want to do. The sounds are very easy. All you have to do is chant them by saying Arul. And he's also publicly given a special way to use the sounds where you can reverse them. And I use both. So just practice and just say them. And what I've found is you don't want to say them so fast. You want to just, I would say, forget about the number of times, because then you get caught up in, I have to say it X times. Just Arul, Arul. And you just say the sounds, and you start doing this and it feels good. The more that you say this, the more the special intelligence, the special feeling, special power that you will acquire, if taking on granted that you've got it, the sounds from Dr. Ply, who is the one who is able to give them. Some more interesting information about Arul is, according to the work of Siddha Venkataraman, which is the lineage of Agastya, who is a chief of all the Siddhas. The Siddhas are extremely evolved beings, and Agastya is the head of all these guys, and this Siddha comes from that lineage, and he's revealed that Arul is also the archetype Muruga. So Muruga and Arul are one and the same. Arul is one of the functions, the 5 functions of God. You have creation, sustenance, destruction, you have concealment, and you have revealing. Now Arul is the revealing one, which is also grace. Now grace is a special benediction from God that enables anything to happen. And in the wisdom tradition, they say that grace is required to do anything. So when you're saying Arul, you are saying the source of this grace. Arul and grace are one and the same. Muruga. And what is Muruga? Muruga is the fruit of everything, says Dr. Ply, the culmination, the perfection of existence. So he says what is the words he uses? The culmination of Shiva worship. Shiva is considered to be the father of all existence, the originator. The culmination of Shiva worship is the worship of his son Muruga. Muruga being the essence of Shiva. So the fruit means the essence. When you take the absolute perfection, the core, the essence, this is what Muruga, and this is what Arul is. So Arul is the fruit of consciousness, it is the essence, it is the exaltation point, if you will. And this is why Arul is extremely powerful, and now is a really, really good time to start working with these sounds, and they can do everything for you. So I think that's enough talking. Now it's up to you to give them a try. Just dedicate yourself to saying or remembering the sounds, and the more that you do it, the more you'll start to feel it. And you remember, when you're doing this, if you watch my past videos, if you don't feel it right away, you're reprogramming your body, you're reprogramming your mind to where it becomes a state of natural to feel them. So physically, your brain is rewiring when you say the sounds. Your body, your genetic expression is changing when you're using the sounds. And the more that you do the sounds, the more you become aligned with those sounds. And the more aligned you become with the sounds, the more you start to embody and express the sounds. Expressing the sounds on a gross level, it diversifies from these little sounds Arul to a whole bunch of different things, whether that's a state of ecstasy and joy and bliss, which I'm feeling right now, a state of peace where your mind is so calm and still, like a lake without any waves, a state of thought manifestation, of creation, of right place, right time, of intuition, and so many other things. Everything that you want are in these sounds, Arul, which will ultimately culminate into the highest expression, which is God identity, the ultimate. The sounds will take you to the top and along the way give you everything. So I hope this inspires you. That is the intention behind making this video. And I wish you a happy 2022, and that Arul, for those who are called to use these sounds, that it may touch your heart as they have touched mine. God bless.